The coaching industry is booming right now. I'm not going to lie to you. Me just being in it for about a year, I thought I was doing a little something when I made 18K in 1 month, but that's like, kindergarten play, for a lot of these people. They're doing super well. I'm not going to lie to you, but it's a lot of things I feel like people don't talk about as well that I've just been learning on this past year. So I want to share them for you guys if you're thinking about getting into the coaching space, and just dive straight into it. So first thing first, people will do chargebacks and refunds, even if you give them your all. Like if you go give this person all the time, like you schedule something just for their current situation, they will still do a chargeback. I've noticed this with a couple of my clients that I've had. When I say I'm gonna walk you down, I've helped them, I've allowed them to, pay late, all these things, and they just still decided to do a chargeback because something either happened, in their life, or it was something where they just didn't even want to do the business anymore. The first time I didn't do a contract, so they just ended up getting their refund. The second time I did a contract and I denied the claim. But the only thing I don't like about that process is you have to wait 30 days for Stripe to get back to you. So be prepared for some of those things. I'm just not used to people doing refunds within my business. Usually it's just like you pay for this service, and then after that, it's just that. I don't have to deal with it. But accepting something through a payment processor, you're dealing with a lot more risk than before. So kind of just want to frame your head around that. It may be, confusing to you once. It's like, why is somebody doing a chargeback? I literally did everything. But there's just some people who are not genuine, and some people who are just looking to get over people within the space because they know they can. So just make sure that you have your contract set up in place so you don't have to deal with that. And then also as well, you're vetting these customers coming in. You can be very aware of what they're saying on the sales call, their questionnaire that they're filling out. Usually when you're starting out, you want to just sell everybody, but I'm at a place where it's like, I don't even want to work with everybody. Like it's a privilege to work with me because I don't want to deal with none of that. I don't want to deal with nobody on that type of level. And it's hard to gauge it for sure, but I just want to prepare you for that. The second piece is your product. Like your product, how you present yourself online is super, super important because people are being bombarded with thousands of coaches running ads currently right now. You can get a coach for literally anything. If you want to learn how to skin a cat, I'm not eating no cats, don't even mind that. But if you want to learn how to do it, it's probably a coach out there teaching people how to do that, right? So it's just you becoming aware of that and you position yourself as the product and remembering that and not getting too much in your own head and think about you, where it's just like you're a person that somebody wants to invest in to change their life, right? When somebody's hungry, they go buy something to eat. When somebody wants to change their life, they usually go get a coach. The smart people do. So you're that solution for them. And this is another thing I wanted to bring up too as well, because this is the importance of personal brand now, because there are thousands of coaches who are trying to sell and teach about the same thing that you're doing. So as a consumer, you have to look at it as a thing where, okay, why do I want to buy this from this person? Like, even if there wasn't a coach or nothing at all, like, can I relate to this person? Like, do I enjoy talking to this person? And it becomes more of a thing where it's just like, I'm doing business with a person instead of just trying to buy a product. So that's a whole nother level too, which is something that I've had to look at, because coming up and, me getting coaches till this day, I feel myself sometimes trying to be like them, talk like them, have the mannerism as them. And it naturally happens because you're presumed to be at their level. But you don't want to dilute yourself too much, because your originality will go out the window. And your originality is the reason why some people will buy from you than the other person. Because how I view it is, listen, we're all God's children. Even though we're made in look different skin colors and all those things, we grow up dealing with some of the same things, like have the same testimonies or going through the same battles and situations that each one of us has gone through or will go through in the future. And if you can be that for someone, like to talk to your past self, like how beautiful that is, that's an amazing thing for me. This is just me, I'm speaking. Like I can talk to myself when I was 18 and, market to that person and speak to them truly deep at their core, there's nothing like that. So I feel like that is super, super important when you can just be yourself and don't try to hide that. So the second piece is that you're a product. You are a product. The third piece I got it written down here is it's not your job to do everything for them. This is something I've learned too, like getting a coach. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to set somebody up. I'm going to do everything for them, like literally everything. And what I began to notice is there's two things to this. Number one, you're setting them up for failure, essentially, if you're doing everything for them, because you're giving them the false narrative that this business is just, okay, hey, I'm doing it for you. You don't have to really do nothing. All you got to do is worry about is getting money. But it's just like they have to fail on their own. They have to do some of these actions that you're telling them to do, that they're learning from you. Because when the mentorship is over with, they need to be doing this self-sustainingly, if not, you're putting them at a point of handicap where they're going to have to always rely on someone or something to keep them going or to learn from certain situations, instead of you laying, a framework out where it's like, hey, I'm helping you with this thing, this thing, this thing. Other than that, those are some of the things you have to learn by yourself, and you have to implement those things I'm teaching you to as well, if that makes sense. So that was a huge thing for me, like even like teaching someone to learn the proper way. Like I used to get mad, because I'm telling these clients, like, just go buy the car. Like, go buy the car, put insurance on the car, market the car, and rent it out. But I'm speaking for my current state. I'm not thinking about myself when I was first starting, and this stuff was just, blob, just complete talk to me. I didn't completely understand it. So it's just like, okay, let me put myself back into these shoes. And it kind of relates to what I was talking about too as well. Like, you're a product, and just speaking and serving your past self. Like, you got to put yourself in the customer's shoes, where it's just like, what is this person thinking currently in this moment? Like, where's their headspace? And if you can do that successfully and know how to help somebody that is where you're speaking to them at and where they currently are, it's a beautiful and amazing thing. So anywho, I think that was pretty much. So people go do refunds, your product, and it's not your job to do everything. I feel like those three things are super, super powerful. There is one more too. There's one more that I wanted to touch on for you guys. And let me see if it comes to the top of my head. Well, I can't think of it right now, so I'll make another video if it comes up. But those are the three main things that I would definitely say that I've learned just coaching and understanding about people, knowing that you have to teach them how to think before that you can teach them your ways of doing things, just so they can really get it and don't need you. That's kind of my goal. I don't want people having to need me for the rest of their life. I want them to be able to soar and be able to teach people what they're doing now too as well. So I want it to be an ongoing process. But other than that, I hope this video helped you all out. I'm still kind of learning. Like I said, I've been in the coaching business for about a year. So I'm learning a lot, and learning through coaches, learning just through self-discovery and me figuring out and me working on a craft myself. So if I can help in any type of way, just let me know. I'll probably leave a link as well if you want to book a call with me, and I'll be able to help you with that and getting going with the business. But other than that, God bless you, and I'll catch you for the next one. Go on.